Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined today by Kristopher Horton, Medford native and author of The Last Lot with a View, The Life of Larry and Ann Horton, a biographical novel. Quite a long intro. Good to see you, Kristopher. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So what inspired you to write this book?
Well, my grandmother and grandfather, Ann and Larry Horton, they are both local business people who were able to achieve the American dream right here in the Rogue Valley. My grandmother, she worked at the local jewelry store that was a family-run business, Lawrence's.
Yeah.
It was a staple of Medford for about 100 years.
Amazing.
A little bit more than 100 years. And my grandfather was an electrical engineer. And then when the two of them were married, they started investing in real estate. My grandma's first house was their first rental that they had, and they made enough money off of that that they got another rental house, and then they did enough money off that to get another one. And then after that, they transitioned to doing small apartments. So they got a 5-plex. From that, they went to an 8-plex, and they kept getting bigger and bigger until one day they had over 200 rental apartments in Medford. And after that, my grandfather was presented a pitch for Fountain Plaza, which was going to change the senior housing environment in Southern Oregon. And in order to do the project, though, they had to put up all their apartments as collateral.
Wow.
And so they put up everything they had on the line of trying to make this new retirement home. It worked out, and they made some more. And at the end, they became just multiple tens of millions of dollars worth of net worth. I'm not supposed to tell the actual number, but it's quite amazing how much that they've made as two people from Rogue Valley.
Yeah, and you grew up here. Your career going out of school took you, I believe you said, to Canada and California, and now you're back here. This came about through conversations with your grandfather.
Yes, so I was starting a writing career, and he said, "Hey, why don't you write my biography?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay," and so I did. I got to sit down and interview them over a period of several months. We talked about their life story, got all the details out of it. I learned a few things about them I didn't know ahead of time, like they are competitive sailboat racers, and they've won over 110 trophies.
Wow.
So that was kind of amazing. They were placed 4th in the West Coast regionals, and so. But the most amazing sailing story that we got in there was the time when their boat capsized in San Francisco Harbor, and my grandma thought that was going to be the day she was going to die.
Oh my goodness.
And so it was a very harrowing story, and they managed to survive. They were rescued by the Coast Guard, and it's one of the many stories in here. I also learned that they both had been married previously, and they'd both lost spouses tragically.
Sorry to hear that.
But it allowed them to come together, and then so they're the grandparents that I know.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, well we're gonna take a quick break. I know we've got a lot to cover, but we got much more coming. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Kristopher Horton, Medford native and author. So you wrote this book about your grandparents as a biographical novel. How did that come about?
That's right. Originally, it was going to be a biography, and I designed several different pitches for my grandfather to see which one he liked the most. And he really liked the biographical novel because of the way that it took their lives and it put them into a context that was easy for people to read, and it was fun. It's kind of more like a novel, but it's all basically true. It's all based on true life. And I did a few techniques in there for a biographical novel. One of them is I used presentism, where I took interviews from people and then put what they said in the interviews into the novel like it was dialogue at the time. Okay. Which is a reason why it doesn't really count as a biography anymore, because it's using a lot of memoir type techniques. A lot of things that people remembered and how they are then incorporated in more of a story format.
It helps tell a better story. I understand that. Okay, so you guys self-published this. Tell us about that process.
Right. We started the self-publishing process because we knew we wanted to get it out. My grandparents are quite eager to have their story told. And so we self-published it. I hired an editor for it. I had to do the cover layouts and interior design layouts and all the things that a publisher would normally do, which added a level of intensity to it.
Yeah, of course. Felt that much more real, I would imagine, doing all those steps yourself.
It did, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so if people want to read The Last Lot with a View or find out more information about it, what's the best bet for them to find it?
They should go to Amazon.com. It's available both in softback and in an ebook form.
Okay, very good. Great to meet you. Congratulations.
Great to meet you.
It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.